All right, we are live.
Fine. Namaskar and good evening. On behalf of Lokmanya Seva Sangha, Parle, I, Arun Phadke, welcome all viewers to this Patanga Utsav or Kite Fest to mark the national event of Makar Sankranti. We all are aware that our ancient Indian rishis and sages studied each and every aspect of our planet Earth, our earthly life, and relative universal or cosmic movements of sun and moon and atmospheric changes happening during yearly cycle. One such cultural festival is founded. Our each cultural festival are founded on three strong pillars of science, philosophy, and wisdom. Since thousands of years, Makar Sankranti is celebrated on such cosmic event of winter solstice or Uttarayan. The celebration is always multifold. Very specific culinary and gourmet skills are explored during this season by each Indian housewife in her kitchen. We change our attire to suit weather conditions and use more shades of black during this season. But but most important aspect of our Makar Sankranti is Patangabaji. Today, let me introduce our guests on this online pan-India event of Patang Utsav or Kite Fest. None of our guests is celebrity today, but all are simple, common Indian citizens. But the primary and common characteristic and passion of each one is they all are kite lovers. With these guests, we will revisit historical references of kite flying in India, types of kites and its names, about threads and manja and kanni, aerodynamics of kite, its ancient and contemporary art and designs. Mrs. Ishita Basu, a school teacher from Kolkata, is an award-winning philatelist and a numismatist. Her love and passion for kite is unmatched and beyond comparison. Today, she will share with us select images of her 2000 strong kite collection as well as her detailed study of kites. I am pleased to welcome Mrs. Ishita Basu on the online forum of Lokmanya Seva Sangha Parle. I am also pleased to welcome our second guest, Mrs. Monica Trivedi from Ahmedabad. She is also a teacher and is also a casual announcer at All India Radio, Ahmedabad. Most important is Mrs. Monica and her entire family has great passion for kite flying. Today, Monica Ben will share a week-long kite flying celebration in Gujarat, blended with food festival, and will also share some techniques of kite flying with us. I am also pleased to welcome our next guest, Mr. Abhay Phatak from Thane, a retired IT professional who has traveled globally and is a hobbyist and a collector of artifacts and also moderates large groups of hobbyists on social media. Mr. Abhay will throw light on few international kite festivals and the largest kite flown in world in Kuwait someday. I am pleased to welcome our anchor, Miss Gauri Bide from Kalyan. She is a student of Indian music, classical music and dance. Our eloquent young anchor at very young age holds vivid experience and skills as an interviewer. Today, through her various dialogues, she will enlighten our event today. As an event coordinator, I am thankful to all guest participants. Here, I specially mention support extended to this event by Mr. Makaranda Karandikar, a well-known artifact collector who is recently acknowledged in Indian labs by Limca Book of World Record. I also acknowledge participation of Mrs. Sukhada Apte for the wonderful flyer designs she has provided. Mr. Lokesh Tardalkar for the technical support behind the culture curtain, and also my other colleagues at Lokmanya Seva Sangha Parle and also all viewers. For the information of viewers, Lokmanya Seva Sangha was founded in 1923 and nearing its centenary year in year 2022-23. And these kind of online events are now presented by Lokmanya Seva Sangha as pan-India events. At the end of our event session today, Mr. Uday Tardalkar will sum up the event and extend thanks on behalf of host Lokmanya Seva Sangha Parle. Mr. Tardalkar himself is the chairman of managing board of our organization and a senior finance analyst and a columnist. I now request Ms. Gauri Bhide to start her narration. Thank you very much and welcome all viewers today on this online event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Arun Phadke. Good evening, all. Lokmanya Seva Sangha Parle, an eminent organization situated in Vile Parle, an influential educational and cultural suburban of Metro City of Mumbai. Myself, Gauri Bhide, welcome you all viewers in this pan-India online event, Patang Utsav Kite Fest. The fervor of Patangbazi or kite flying will be devoutness of each young and old citizen of India. The Kite Fest will be celebrated on Makar Sankranti Day, but the kite festivity starts a week prior in many parts of India. Today, we have three guests representing three states of India. A well-known kite collector, Mrs. Ishita Basu from Kolkata, Bengal. Mrs. Monica Trivedi, a kite flying enthusiast from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And Mr. Abhay Phatak, an artifact collector from Thane, Maharashtra. The common among these three guests is they are passionate about kites, and kites. As our host, Mr. Arun Phadke Kaka for all of us, has explained the basic theme and concept of Patang Utsav, Kite Fest. Kite Fest became event for many states of India now, but let me tell our audience that प्राचीन भारतीय साहित्य और धार्मिक ग्रंथों में पतंगबाजी का उल्लेख उस समय से ही मिलता है। प्रसिद्ध धार्मिक ग्रंथ रामचरित मानस के आधार पर श्री राम ने अपने भाइयों के साथ पतंग उड़ाई थी। इस संदर्भ में बालकांड में उल्लेख मिलता है। वो उल्लेख ये है, राम एक दिन चंग उड़ाई इंद्र लोक में पहुंची जाए। कहा गया है कि जो पतंग श्री राम ने उड़ाई थी वो पतंग देवलोक तक जा पहुंची और उस पतंग को देखकर इंद्र के पुत्र जयंत की पत्नी बहुत आकर्षित हुई थी। और आप सभी को आगे की कहानी जरूर पता रहेगी। उस पतंग को देखकर जयंत की पत्नी ने श्री राम जी से मिलने की अभिलाषा रखी थी। तब श्री राम जी ने उनसे कहा था कि वो चित्रकूट में उन्हें अवश्य दर्शन देंगे। और ये सुनने के बाद जयंत की पत्नी ने पतंग छोड़ दी थी। उसका वर्णन ऐसे किया हुआ है कि तीन तब सुनत तुरंत ही दिन ही छोड़ पतंग, तीन तब सुनत तुरंत ही दिन ही छोड़ पतंग, खेच लई प्रभु बेग ही खेलत बालक संग. Above references from Ramayana are probably more than 12,000 old. There are references also in written text by Sant Namadev in 12th century, Sant Eknath, Sant Tukaram in 16th century in Marathi, and by poet Sant Nandadas in Braja Bhasha, and by poet Manzar, where all have explained the kite flying festivities. इसका मतलब यही है कि जो हमारी पतंग उत्सव की परंपरा है वो काफी पुरानी है और उसके पुरानी होने के साथ साथ बहुत ही समृद्ध भी है. So let us quickly fly our first kite question to Ishita Basu. Namaste Ishita Di. Thank you for joining us today evening on this Kite Fest online event. Firstly, congratulations for being owner of a famous kite collection. And please tell us about it and share your experience, how this passion for kites was discovered by you and at what age. How did your first kite come in your collection and how did collection grow?
Good evening, Namaskar. I am Ishita Bashi from Kolkata. I am presently a teacher at the Heritage School, Kolkata. Collection is a passion for me. Be it stamps, coin, beads, kite, or anything that makes me feel happy. I would like to thank Mr. Abhay Pathak sir for introducing me to this lovely platform. Last year only we had a conversation on this day only regarding kite collection, and this is how I am joined to you all today. I would like to thank Mr. Arun Phatke sir ji for organizing this wonderful event and helping us at each and every moment without feeling annoyed at all. I personally have troubled him a lot at many times. I would also like to thank Mrs. Monica Trivedi for her support as a team member and Ma'am Gauri Bide for her initiative and all her encouragements. This festival would not be possible without the technical support of Mr. Lokesh Tadarkar and Mr. Uday Tadarkar. At last, I would also like to thank the Lokmanya Seva Sangha Parle for reviving the hobby, the dying hobby, which we are here to talk about. And at last, a big thank to all of you who have joined here. So, kite flying. Kite flying, I have seen many students or many children flying kites, but then I cannot fly kite, and I was really feeling very bad. But then when I thought that why not start collecting them? One day I saw a kite, a very beautiful kite lying on a field, and that made me feel very sad that it's something created, someone made it, but it is not meant to be lying like this. So then I thought, okay, I can't fly kite. Let me try to collect. And from that day, I started collecting kites. Actually, this is how it is. Basically the kites, the aesthetic beauty of the kites, the making of the kite, that makes me actually attracted towards this passion for kite collection. I don't want to go much details of the technicalities or the flying part and all that. I don't know much about all that. But yes, the beauty of the kites actually have drawn me towards this collection.
Okay. So, at what age you have starting collecting the kites?
I have started maybe last 5 years, not very early. It is just last 5 years I have started to collect my kite. It was my first kite. I can show you my first kite here. It's a Japanese kite. I went for a workshop there for some Japanese workshop, and there I was, given this as a gift. Actually, you can just see this. If you can see this kite.
Yes.
So this was my first kite, which came to me actually.
Okay. So, Ishita, please show us your most favorite kite and also some rare kites. Tell us about it. How did you get them? And have you studied how kites are made and its aerodynamic engineering?
Actually, I'm not much technicality, yes, but the manja, the thread and all, I have talked to many people, the kite sellers, the kite makers, and even the students, the boys who are actually flying kites. So they have explained me how the manja is made, how the different colors are added, how the fingers are cut, and different other things that are interesting in that. That is how gradually I'm trying to learn a lot of things for the kite collection.
Yeah.
And for my kite collection, I can show it on the PPT of the.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. This is something very much important in our life also, that with each and every opportunity, maybe it is taken something against us, but we should actually fly high. That is a motto I really believe in life. So that is why I put this in my slide here. This is a stamp from Indian Post showing the kites.
Yeah.
This was issued on the Children's Day, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The next. Yeah. This is one of the kite flying festival in Maidan in Kolkata every year during the Vishwakarma Puja. In this side of eastern side, we have, in Kolkata, mostly Vishwakarma Puja is the main time when we have the kite flying held in Kolkata.
Okay.
Apart from the Saraswati Puja. Yeah. So from there, this was collected. This is just advertisement flyer for that event, actually.
Okay.
Vande Mataram. It's the Indian kite and the national flag here. In Bengali, we call it a bhedial, and in Hindi, we call it tirangal. So these are some of the names which I've learned over the years. I'm still new learning, but these are the names. Yes. The next slide, please. The next slide here. This is a very amazing toy that I have that is made from the districts of Bengal. A child flying the kite. So this is something very nice which I liked it. So I like my India and Vande Mataram. These are the kites for India. Next slide, please. Yes, again, 15th August, one color. One color means that's a fighting kite. That is mostly used for the fighting, you know, the kite competitions and all that. So that is how it goes. Yes. Okay. And this is called Chaprash. I'm giving the Bengali names because I've learned the Bengali names of these. So this is called the Chaprash. The right hand side, the kite is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mostly the circle. It's called Balmar. The circle one.
Okay, Balmar. Okay.
Balmar. Next slide, please. Here we see two kites with the corner cut there, different colors. It's called Kan Kata, as if the two colors are there. So that with this Kan Kata.
Kan Kat. Okay.
Yeah. The next one, Ear Cut actually. Yeah. The next slide, please. Again, we have this Pet Kati. The kite is two colors actually. So these two are the single color, and the another the kite on the left hand side is the Pet Kati.
Pet Kati. Okay.
I think Hindi and Marathi, you all also have something similar names.
Yes, similar words are there.
Like here, I will show you. Here we have this Dui Chok Wala or Dui Choki, we call it. It's something like the eyes. And Hindi, it's called Akhal. Hindi name is Akhal. Yeah. And the left hand side, the half part, not actually half, a little bit below there are two different. So that is called Gala in Bengali. Okay. So that's a Gala and Dui Choki together. It's a combination kite.
Okay.
Next slide, please. Here we have Mukpora. You can see the face, the upper part is all different colors. So that's called Mukpora in Bengali. Okay. Yeah. Or the burnt face, like, you know, that. Yeah, this is something with the stars and the band here. And it's a combination actually. You just designs, different designs are there. You can see the beautiful designs here. In the next slide, yes. So beautiful designs are done. And the cutting is very important. I'll show you some more cuts also. The cutting is so beautiful. They're not cut with scissors. The cutting technique is very difficult and very important.
Yeah.
And to make it fly high with so many colors, so many papers are cut with so geometrical pattern, and they're all so similar. Like, you know, they're matching so well. If you see a kite very closely, you will understand how difficult it is to make these kites.
Yeah.
And then that is interesting. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is called half chaprash. One side is a band kind of a thing. So this is the half chaprash. Yes. These are all different color papers being added together.
Okay.
Next slide, please. This is called Moyur Ponki. Both the sides, the bands are coming down. So this is Moyur Ponki.
Moyur Ponki, okay.
The peacock. Both sides, the peacock feather, that effect, yes. Next, please. Ponkhial. Here is intricate designs. You can see the stars, the curves, both the sides are there. So it's something very different and new. Colors are also there. Different patterns are also there. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is called Chandiya. You can see the moon, and obviously the stars are also there. And,
yeah.
The left one is specifically with one star is called Sitara. So one star. So this Chandiya, Sitara, all this connected to the moon and the stars. See, we are very much connected to nature actually. Nowadays we are not, but earlier people were very much connected to nature. So you see these generally these on our each and everything. We worship nature. We show it that way. So can we go to the next slide, please? Here you can see another the butterfly, the birds, and you can see the intrinsic work of the butterfly. So many patterns, so curves, and how they have pasted and cut. It is something a really work of art, I believe. And that is how we should actually preserve them also. And the most interesting part, I'll tell you, ma'am, here is that suppose if you go and buy kite this year someday. Next day, if you go, you will not get the same patterns of the design. Generally, they keep on changing. So it's better to
Right.
preserve them for future use.
Right,
And they
right.
are fine paper. These are all paper, which was earlier used. Now also we are having paper kites, but it is actually getting reduced.
Oh,
Nowadays, I'll show you later on how things are changing. This is also a paper kite. You can see the chessboard. You can see the block of the checks
Right,
here and a different
squares or
pattern, Z kind of a thing. Yeah.
right.
Next slide, please. The alphabets for the children, F for fish or something like that, and
Oh,
OK. Some
okay.
alphabets are also done. So
Right,
it's something interesting. Yeah.
To attract small childrens or something
Yes,
like that.
yes. Actually, this is for the children, and obviously, see, the seniors have also taken it obviously as a hobby.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think for the children, it's more important to see the sky. The sky
Sky.
has to. If you take it as a
Right.
canvas, these kites are actually the colors for the sky, the canvas there, the bigger canvas
Right.
there.
Right,
Next slide,
right.
please. See the different way they have done the cuts, and it's a Mombati combination of gold, chokial, and so many different combination actually kites are there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, see this also. Something very unique I find this design, so I just collected
Right.
this. Here I wanted to show the size. Actually, some of the kites are huge, but because I had to show it here, I had to bring it down to the size, so you can just see some
Right.
of these different interesting colors and the patterns that they have done. Generally, for the fighting with the competition, they have prefer the plain color, single color ones. This is the Chantara,
Yes.
and again stars, and again different
Star and
colors
moon.
here.
Right, right.
Yes, yes. Different patterns are here. Here you will see the marks are there. I'll come to that. That denotes the different kite makers. You can see there's a sticker there on the kite. There's a mark there. So these are the different makers. Now this is called Mombati, the straight line in between with the stars. Then again Chandial Choki, eyes and star. This is Mukpora and star. So all, and even Moir Ponki. So all combination here.
Yes, yes.
These are some of the names I could actually get. The Chandial, Petkati. I was just telling you all this. Balmar, that, and that is. Yeah, the next slide, please. This is the Hindi name. Akhal, Gilas, Dil, Pan, Tirangal 1, Tirangal 2. You can see the Tirangal 2, there are 3 colors, but in one pattern, half of this there, and the one is bigger. But in Tirangal 1, all the 3 are equally distributed. But I don't have any Dil or Pan kind of this kite. This I don't have. Others mostly I have. Yeah. The next.
Wow, beautiful.
Now comes the foreign kites. These are my foreign collections. Yes, this is from Malaysia. This is a gift from my friend. She got it for her son when he was 2.5 years. But then she kept it as for long years, and then she heard about my collection, and then she gave it to me. I said, "Oh, that's beautiful." Okay. So both the butterflies are beautiful. Yeah, the left one I have collected, really and the right one I have from my friend actually.
Okay.
The next one. This is one I was just showing. The one from Japan, one is Japan, and one is the Roka.
You told us about
very
it, yeah.
Beautifully done in different way. You can just see how they have done it. But the right hand side, you can see that is the print. This is not the paper cutting. The ones I was showing here, this you can see, this is the prints. This is not the paper cutting. This is a print. But the kites that I was, Indian kites, the kites that I was showing till now, they were all having the different papers stuck there. But this is just one piece, and it's just the print on it.
Right.
Next slide. This is something beautiful. The Delta kites.
Yes.
Triangular. This is the cloth one. This is a bit of a cloth, synthetic cloth. Okay. And there's a stick in between where you can put it, and then you can fly this.
Yes.
I can just show this also if you want to see. It's a huge kite actually.
Yes.
It's a huge one. Yeah, this is actually the cartoons. Now that is what I was telling. The paper is no more, is getting reduced nowadays. The use of paper is becoming more expensive. So to keep it for prices low, they have started with the plastic kites, which is not considered as a classical collection. But since I thought that kites somewhere relate to the kids, so I thought I got these cartoons, so I kept it and I wanted to show them also. So these are the cartoons ones.
Right.
Right. You can see the Disney cartoons and Pokemon, Doraemon, everything on kites nowadays.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Donald, Chota Bheem, all different types of cartoons here. Then movies we have the Jurassic Park, Bahubali, and Aladdin.
Yeah, right.
So this has changed actually. Now coming to the kite makers, actually I feel kite makers are kite artists. They are not only makers; they're the artists of. They are doing it so uniquely. They're doing such beautiful work of art they create. Now I will show you the kite makers and the kite, their specific kites also. This is Irfan Khandani from Lucknow, one of the most eminent kite makers of India at present. You can see his kite. I want to show the kite. This lace part at the bottom here is so, I told you how cutting is difficult. You can see the laces here. If you can see the lace part, each and every part is stuck different. Can you see? And this is the uniqueness of his kite. This is the uniqueness of his kite actually.
Right.
You can see the background picture of his. There also he's showing that. Now this kite has got something very unique here. This is also from Irfan Kite Maker. Can you see the stones here? Can you see the stones? It's shining. This.
Yes.
Can you see the stones? These two are the stones over here. This shows the royalty. Actually, kite collection is always earlier it was for the royals. Actually, it was for the class. Yeah. And this is another kite from Irfan. Right. Yeah, this is another important person making, like Shomrat from Moradabad. This design is called glass, and you can see the mark. I have given the mark. Whenever a kite is marked, that means it's from a famous kite maker, or the stickers are there.
Okay.
So the kites with the marks are from some specific people making it. They have their gharana of, it's Lucknow, you have the gharana of the music, you gharana of cooking. So this is the gharana of their kite making also. So they have the specifications actually.
Right.
You can see the Jaipur kite. This kite has got 3 marks on it. Made by the Santu Kites and Fireworks. It was marketed by Jaipur Kites, and you can see another logo here. It's such interesting logos actually. And this is one color, but see the color on the bamboo. You can see the shades. It's not the color actually. That is burned, and that color is being brought to give strength to the stick.
Yes.
Yes. Shades on the bamboo.
Can we just speed up your PT, because I know you have a huge collection, but we have time bound.
Yeah, just few of them. Yeah. We can do it. Sure. The next slide. Yeah. Now yeah. Next slide, please. So you can see the interesting work. This is Kolkata made kite from Biki. All the different designs and patterns, and with coins they make patterns on it. Yeah. So the unique patterns. Yeah. All paper kites and stuff. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. Next slide, please. Just to highlight the kites. Yeah. Kanai kite makers. These are all from. Some of them from Bengal, some of this kite from Kolkata makers, kite makers, some more brands. Next slide, please. Next slide. This is from different other kite makers. Next slide, please. Just rational. Some philatelic items, because kites are also on stamps. Also, we have this is the first day cover. Yeah. Next slide, please. This is from India. I'll show you stamps from different countries also. The next slide, please. Different countries are here. Just one after the other. You can just different countries, different because kite flying is famous all over the world actually. Next slide, please.
Right.
Next slide. Yeah. Next slide. Korea. Next slide, please. Argentina. Next slide, please. Yeah, from Bangladesh, from Canada. So it's just from different countries of the world. You can just keep showing. Just keep one by one. Yeah, one after that. Yes.
It's wonderful.
After this, we'll be showing just one or two of this. Just 1 second for this. I'll show this. This is actually the real kite, and that is what the stamp is also all about. And the stamp and cancellation is there on the kite. You can just see this also. This is the original kite I'm showing.
Oh,
And the stamp, the previous slide, yeah, this one.
okay. Great.
Yeah. After this, I'll be just showing 2 slides on. This is a marriage, actually invitation card from my friend. The left one is actually the marriage invitation card, and actual real kites are put on this card.
Oh,
Yeah, this one. Now, Philomeny, the matchbox label, the different kites from different countries. This is also very interesting. The next slide. This is matchbox labels from different countries. Yes, I know kites, a very famous brand from Tata. The next, ITC, the Patang, the COVID one. So I thought of using this also. After
Right.
this, we have the next slide. Please. This is just for the different occasions. They have different things written on it. Yeah. Next slide, please. Happy birthday, happy new year, Vishwakarma. See the patterns, but this is
Yeah.
not the paper. This is the quality getting deteriorating. So this is all plastic kites, which is common nowadays, which is very sad.
Right.
The art is dying actually. That is why I want
Right.
to show this. Next slide, please. The worst is that advertisement wrappers also coming as kite papers. The next slide, please. Now it is Abhay collection. You can just
Yes. So, welcome Abhay Dada to our Kite Fest online
Thank
event.
you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you are well-known artifact collector and manage a large hobby group. Please tell us about your passion for kites.
Okay. It all started in the childhood. I tried flying the Indian kites, but I was not very good at it. Fortunately, I got a gift. I got a kite as a gift from US and
Okay.
rubber powered small plane. And it was much easier for flying these kites, which you can see on the screen, are very easy. But I can't fly them in the city. I have to go to a beach or a seashore or a windy area on a hilltop,
Right.
and you have to just hold it against the wind and it picks up and it goes. And as long as you have a long thread, it will go high. And you just need, I used to use gloves. I still use gloves because these are big kites, these are heavy kites and strong wind. So gloves are necessary. So
Right.
I was more interested in these easy fly kites for me. And the one you see, the orange color, actually it's a bird, and you can see a bird's beak at the bottom of the photograph.
Yeah.
This is from Bali. This is a typical Balinese kite.
Okay.
This is synthetic fabric, bamboo, and it folds very well. It becomes 1/3. At the back side, there is a notch again in bamboo. So from the left and right, both the sticks can get attached. It's a very beautifully made kite. The artwork and the mechanism they have used using
True.
plain bamboo and synthetic. And the
Right.
right one is again synthetic, and that's a famous cartoon character SpongeBob. That is from US, and if you can see the tail, it has a 15 to 20 feet long tail.
Right.
And for these particular kites, what is required is we have something called as firki. At least in Maharashtra, we call it firki. But these are kite winders. You can see
Okay.
the thread and hook.
Yes. Yes.
So for these heavy kites, you need this, or there is a mechanical spinning wheel available in US. For the
Okay.
large kites, the earlier I had plastic gliders, 4 feet, 6 feet gliders. For
Yes.
that, a mechanical wheel is required, like a fishing rod, and then you can wind the kite. So
Right.
these are the kites I have. I lost my earlier collection, so I've started recently, few years back, buying kites whenever I travel. I love to travel, and I actually collect travel memorabilia. So now I started
Yes.
whenever I go and when I see a different kite using a different material, I pick up that kite.
Yes. Yes. You have also traveled extensively in other countries, and please tell us about
Yes,
kite
yes.
festivals held in other countries all over world, and also some very special and rare event of kite flying in the world.
Yeah, see, kite flying is well known in India, but outside India, Japan, as Ishita ma'am shared the Japanese kite, Japan also has a kite festival on a beach. In China also they have kite festivals. In fact, China used kites in war also, as far as the kite history in China goes. Then Indonesia and Jakarta, Bali, they have uh, kite festivals on beach. And US also has a lot of kites. You can see one of the US kites is from my collection. And UK also has an international kite festival. One interesting fact about kites is in Kuwait in 2005, a large kite was flown. It was around 10,000, feet by 10,000 feet, almost 10,225 to
Wow.
10,968 feet, the flying area. And
Wow.
that was a world record, and that was made by a person called Abdul Rahman Al Falsi. And they had a Kuwait Hala festival, and on that occasion this was flown, and now this has entered the Guinness World Record. You can
Oh,
say that's the
great.
largest kite ever flown, made and
Kite
flown.
ever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Abhay Dada, for joining us today. And
Thank you, Lokmanya Seva Sangh, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
yes, yes. And thank you so much for such a wonderful brief on International Kite Festival.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I would like to invite our next guest, Monica Trivedi. Namaste, Monica Di, and welcome to our
Namaste.
Kite Fest. State of Gujarat has great tradition of kite flying. You being a resident of Ahmedabad, I have a next kite question for you. Tell us about present kite fervor in Ahmedabad and in state of Gujarat.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Gauri ma'am. Thank you so much. And thank you, the whole team, for the cooperation. And thank you, Lokmanya Seva Sangh Paril. And thank you, Arun sir, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to come on such a great platform, which is about to complete its century within within nearest time. So I really feel privileged. And me, of course, I'm from Ahmedabad, and you all know that Ahmedabadis are crazy for this festival. You know, starting from the festival's name, Uttarayan. Like, let me just say that Uttarayan is, if we break the word Uttarayan, it comes, it means Uttar ki or prayan karna. Means the summer coming to an, the winter coming to an end, and the summer is just entering now. So the wind is going towards the northern side, and we are proceeding towards the sun. So the summer season is, we are welcoming the summer season.
Right.
It is
Right.
also one of the harvest festival, in India, the biggest harvesting festival. It is celebrated on different dates throughout different states, of course. Like koi kab karta hai, but in Gujarat, if we talk about Gujarat, we generally celebrate on 14th and 15th, but it is just a namesake that we are celebrating it on 14th and 15th. The celebration is done, say, a month ago. The preparations are done a month ago. तो तैयारियां तो बहुत जोर जोर से करते हैं, and you all are aware of Gujaratis. There is a
Yes.
saying in
Yes.
Gujarat, "Jyan na
Yes.
poche kavi, tyan poche kavi." And now there is a variation in that saying. જ્યાં ના પોચે કવિ ત્યાં પોચે, જ્યાં ના પોચે રવિ ત્યાં પોચે કવિ, જ્યાં ના પોચે કવિ ત્યાં પોચે એક ગુજરાતી. So it is just the same.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. So Gujaratis are famous for everything. And me being from Ahmedabad, I would definitely love sharing how we celebrate this
Yes. Yes.
grand festival in Ahmedabad. So
Yeah.
talking about Ahmedabad, the fever in Ahmedabad, oh my God, the Ahmedabadis, the crowd of the kite collection which they have, it is beautiful. And just as
Right.
Ishita mentioned, even we have different shapes, different size, different colors of the kites. We name it as Chandedar, Aankhedar, Cheel. They are the various names. I'm not going to waste time in just sliding this thing, because you all have already seen. Only the thing is, the names are different, that is all. But the collection which Ahmedabad has is just outstanding, I can say. And the people, they collect the kites. There are in Ahmedabad, for example, Jamalpur we have, Raipur we have, then Kalupur, where Tangshar, it is one of the famous place, kite market, where a crowd is there. And if you visit, if you happen, unfortunately this time we won't be having due to the pandemic,
Right.
but when the things were normal, you can definitely see the crowd. I wish you could have seen the crowd once. रात के 2 बजे तो जैसे कि दिन चल रहा है, अभी तो सुबह हो गई जैसे कि
इतनी भीड़ रहती है.
yeah, they are so enthused. And the way we celebrate, kites, they do teach us something. It is not only a festival, but it also gives us a big moral.
Right.
I just would love to share the incidents that I was having in my heart. Like, जब मैंने पहली बार पतंग को छुआ ना, पहली बार अपनी पतंग को पकड़ा और उड़ाने की कोशिश की, I just thought that how is it possible that it is able to fly so high?
Right.
I realized that it is कितना हल्का है. No grudges, no stress, no anger, no fear,
True.
nothing. So I think it teaches us, this kite also teaches us. You just say the example of stone. If you throw a stone, it is going to come down. Why? Because it is heavy. It is full of something. The same is the situation with a human. हम पूरे भरे हुए हैं एकदम नफरत से, क्या नहीं है हमारे अंदर. So I would love saying that please leave everything, हल्के हो जाओ, सब पतंग बन जाओ और ऊपर उड़ो.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. बहुत अच्छी बात कही है जी आपने. Do you and your family fly kites, and how long is Patang Utsav celebrations continue?
This festival, actually, it is, you can say before a week or so, we start flying the kites. But as every country, every state has, we go to the terrace and wo sab to cheez common hai. But talking about my family, if we talk about the tradition part, the tradition is such that we, it is, हम लोग दान करते हैं. It is a very big festival of giving alms to the poor. So we also give priority to that portion also, not only the enjoyment. I remember my mom, she used to make the til laddus, til laddus. That is the famous dish which we generally make. It is known as tikki. We make it from groundnut also, we make from til also, adding jaggery and some ghee and all. So
yes, in Maharashtra we say tilgul.
Yes, tilgur, yeah. We have a saying also, tilgur gaya gud gud bola.
Yeah, gud gud bola. Right.
Gud gud bola. Yeah, I know that. So generally the chikkis, they are square in shape. But here, when we want to give them as a guptadan, a sacred, it is a secret thing which we want to give it to the poor. So what do my mom do and what we all do now? After learning from my parents and all, we take a coin, say a 5 rupees coin, a 20 rupees, 10 rupees coin, and we hide it inside the laddu. And then when we give this to someone, while eating, if he gets money, it's wow, it is like a lucky charm for him, you can say. So this is the surprise which we give, guptadan, which we call. That's the tradition part of it. Talking to the happy part of it, now, me and my family, of course, we ladies, we finished the household chores first, and then by 10:30, we reached the terrace. And I come from a joint family. So, we all go together in the terrace. But since I live in a tower, everyone brings something or the other. कोई चाय लेके आता है, कोई कॉफी लाता है, कोई नाश्ता लाता है, अपने घर की चिक्की कोई लाता है, and nobody ready to go down back. Okay, so that is how till noon the things go. When it is sunset के time, we all just contribution होता है, पैसे को collection होता है, and then we order for something from outside and we enjoy our day. When night is there, we have a small bonfire, and as you all know that Gujaratis are famous for garbas. So वहाँ भले उत्तरायण हो फिर भी हम सब गरबा खेलते हैं, जरूर खेलते हैं हम लोग. And the music. One thing which I would love to share here is, on the terraces, every terrace nowadays we have a sound system, you know.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
terrace, it to know the taste of the person. So I really feel that I want to make a, you know, mashup of something. You know, अभी remix चल रहा है ना, 2 गानों का remix है, old गाना, new गाना. Now I want to just learn and make a remix of different songs playing on different terraces. That would be it can come out, you know, a unique thing. So
Yes.
and after playing the garba and all, at night we fly the tukkals. Tukkals,
Okay.
we tie it on a huge kite, a big kite. Dhal जिसको हम बोलते हैं, we call it a dhal
Right.
in Gujarati,
Right.
and
Right.
it has the strength to bear. The rest of the lanterns, tukkals are basically the lanterns, you know.
Yes.
So 7, 9, 11, we tie as many as tukkals or say that lanterns which we can, and we fly it. The sky during the daytime, it is definitely wonderful to look, but at night also we burst the firecrackers and we enjoy like anything, you know, dhamal dhoom machate the.
Right. Right. It must be wonderful, and it must be
Really, I would, you know, love inviting you all. Please do come down when things get normal.
normal.
It
Yes.
is
Sure.
worth
Sure.
visiting.
We would love to enjoy in Gujarat.
Yes.
Yes. Before we jump to our next question, manja, which is a very important part for kite flying. जो मांझा रहता है वो अब भी बनता है, बाकायदा खूब बनता है, बिकता है. बरेली के बाकरगंज का मांझा आज भी हमारे इलाकों में बेजोड़ माना जाता है. हमारे पास वक्त की कमी है, इसलिए मैं आपको पूरी प्रोसेस नहीं बता सकती मांझा की, लेकिन बहुत ही बेहतरीन प्रोसेस रहती है. कांच के टुकड़ों से जो रहता है वो मांझा बनाया जाता है. And Jhumka Gira Re is a famous song that refers to the city of Bareilly in Uttar Pradesh. This city of Bareilly is also very famous for Patang Manja. And Monica, tell us how you select Patang and Manja. With such aerodynamic of kite, how do you tie thread or cunning to kites? And there must be some technique for trying
Yes.
cunning, no?
Yes.
So any specific method of tying manja to kites so we can fly them high?
Correct. So talking about the manja first, there are many types of manjas, you know, Indian manjas, Chinese manjas, different types. But the basic famous manja, which we are right now using, is there is a ban on the Chinese manja because Indian manjas are made from pure cotton. It is made from pure cotton, whereas Chinese manja, it is made up of plastic and polyester. So it is really harmful, not only to the human beings, but even to the, you know, animals, the birds who are innocent, you know. Unfortunately, they lose their lives also many a times.
Right.
So there is a ban. The government has strictly prohibited using the Chinese manja. But talking about the manja, there are different types. But the basic which we generally use, a commoner, we use is, you know, manja made up of 6 cords of thread. 6 cords of thread. It is, you know, the thinness. It will give the strength, and it is used for the normal size of the kites. We use for the normal size kites. जो हम आम तौर पे जो उड़ाते हैं वो. And it is used for cutting of the kites. जब हमको काटना है, किसी भी पेच लगानी है किसी भी पतंग के साथ, at that time we prefer using this manja, which is made up of 6 cords of thread. If we want to fly a big size of kites, at that time we use the panda manja, which is made up of 9 cords of thread. And panda manja, it is because of the pressure, the manja will break. So you cannot use it for cutting of the kites. But the size of the kite, you can take a larger one if you want to fly.
Right.
And as Mr. Abhay just now, he just represented the kites, and he said that he wants to enjoy, you know, such kites. They are made from C28. C28 kite, it is used especially for the kite lovers, the enthusiasts, you know, who wants just to simply enjoy flying the kites with no such na unko koi kata kati karni hai, they want to have their own kite. So for such things, we use the C28 manja. Now talking about the cunning, coming to the cunning part, you know, there are 2 types of tying a cunning. One is a professional one and other is an unprofessional one. So coming to the first one, professional one, there first of all you have to take the size of the thread has to be 3 times of the kite. You just take the measurement of the kite. आपने kite को ऐसा रखा है तो आप kite से 3 times thread को ले लो आप. It can be a सादा thread also. It can be the manja also. You can use either or. Now after taking it, you make 2 holes with a sharp thing. We generally use a incense stick. हम लोग अगरबत्ती उसको जला के उसमें holes करते हैं. This is a technique which we are using. It's optional. You can use any toothpick or anything, matchstick or anything you can use. So first method of tying the kanni is you just the horizontal line. The stick is there. That side we have to take. The kite should be ulta. Means जहाँ पर वो सली होती है ना हमारी ऐसा arc shape भी होता है, straight भी होता है. That side we have to first start putting the holes. So put 2 holes, one on this end, one on the other hand, and then take the double the thread. अभी double कर देना है thread को. Just put it inside, take it from outside, and don't tie a knot. But again, just for the confirmation of the grip. Of this, yes, the grip is most important. So you just again tie a knot and send it again back. You will get it back. Now take the thread. The best way for the actual measurement is 1 span. It is immaterial whether, like my hand is very small, your hand might be big, but it is immaterial to the size of the hand. Just take 1 span. उसका मेजरमेंट लो जहां पर आपने पहले 2 होल्स किया है वहां से लेके 1 स्पैन आप ले लो एंड देन पुट 2 होल्स ऑन ईच साइड एंड देन हियर देयर इज नो नीड फॉर द assurance of 2 knots or so आपको 2 बार करना है ऐसी जरूरत नहीं है just tie a knot. Now you have the thread ready. Coming to the center point, how will you find the center? So you have to just take the thread, take it to the first 2 points. वहां से आपने होल्ड किया. Now bring it back. वहां से आपने होल्ड किया. Now you just take it up. The part which is in your hand, that will be the exact center. So tie a knot to it, and now you tie the manja. So your kite is safe now, and you need to apply the tapes wherever you feel that जहां से भी हवा निकल रही है आपको लगे कि भी हवा निकल रही है. So you have to tie the bands, we get the tapes. And if your kite is heavy, then you can tie a tail down. पूंछड़ी जिसको हम बोलते हैं पूंछ, you can tie that for balancing. It is used for balancing the kite. Whenever wind is there, it will be balanced. And coming to the unprofessional kanni, it is the same procedure, but the only difference is when you are taking this measurement, you just have to add 2 fingers. After the span, you just have to add the 2 fingers. That is no difference.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monika Di. We'll come back to you soon. And there is an appeal for audience. If you have any questions regarding this kite festival, please drop it in the comment section. We will ask them by the end of our session. About aerodynamics of kite is very interesting. Let me tell this to our audience. During this period of mid-January, generally cold weather because of winter solstice, that is Uttarayan. Around the winter solstice, when the North Pole is tilted away from the sun, the northern polar cap expands as carbon dioxide in the polar atmosphere freezes. At the other end of the planet, the southern polar cap melts, giving carbon dioxide back to the atmosphere. This process reverses half a year later at the summer solstice. And during this season, wind flows from east to west in comfortable velocity, and hot air rises up alternatively in south and north directions that facilitates our kites to fly high. As kites are made of thin paper with very light bamboo center shaft stick and bow, they are very light in weight, and with rising hot air, kites reach high in the sky. Right, Monika Di?
Yes, absolutely right.
Yes. Okay. So we'll come back to you soon. I would like to invite Ishita Di. Ishitari, please tell us about Bengal Kite Festival and about its connect with Lucknow, Bareilly, and Malkapur.
Yeah. Earlier, kite flying was a symbol of royalty. Before, let me just thank Monica ma'am for just telling the lovely philosophy of kite flying. So, like, that you don't have egos and you just kite lightly. That was really very fantastic. Thank you, ma'am, for that, sharing that with us.
Yes.
So, earlier, kite flying was a symbol of royalty, and the most important part is that in Kolkata, Wazid Ali Shah is credited to introduce kite flying along with his biryani, the music, dance, and other such things. In 1854, 13th March, Wazid Ali Shah came to Kolkata in exile and settled in around Mirzapur area of Kolkata. And along with him came the kite flying aspect. Before that, we get some evidence of kite flying in Dhaka, Bangladesh, which was then a part of the whole Bengal actually. But in Kolkata, if we talk specifically, we have started from Wazid Ali Shah. That is what the documents say actually. The kite flyer from Lucknow, whom Wazid Ali Shah brought with him, was Mir Raza Hussain Rangbir. He was the one who is considered to be the first kite maker of Kolkata. He came from Lucknow. So after that, gradually people started taking in, but still then it was only for the main royalty. The kite flying was not for the general mass; it was only for the royalty. Generally, tournaments were started, and then the winners were started giving the shield. They received the shields at that time, and after that, the zamindars, the rich zamindars of Bengal, they took up the kite flying as the pastime hobby. And most important of them was Chakku Mitter, the Nawab Mullik, and other people who had actually started this part. They were the rich people there. They used to attach even currency notes to it. And with kites to show arrogance and the power of wealth. That time, that show of the power of wealth was very much. So they had enormous amount, huge amount of money. So how to show it? They used to tie money. Even I have read somewhere they used to have some small ghungroos, some gold, silver also were attached to kite, just to show their power of wealth. Yes, and sporadic kite flying was actually there, but in 1958, the first kite flying organization was established, and its name was West Bengal Kite Association, and the person behind it was Patit Pawan Datta. So it took almost 100 years for the kite flying to come from the class to the mass. So then the general people started flying kites or taking part in it. And the groups and the clubs started getting into it actually. Right. So then we have the different knockout competitions started there and started taking place, and more and more people started coming in. But the kite makers and the kite that came mainly from the Lucknow and the makers, that part was still there, that we get the connect. Even now also I have shown it in my PPT that some of the Bareilly, the Moradabad, Lucknow, the famous kites still are made there. They have the different skill of making it actually. The famous kite flyers of Kolkata in that time was Bhanu Babu, Gopal Banerjee, Monish Sen, and others. These were the names. They were very famous at that time. And some famous the kite flying clubs that came out were the Air Force Kite Club, the Park Circus Kite Club, Entelli Kite Club, the Netaji Kite Club, Bowbajar Kite Club, Central Kite Club, to name a few actually. And in Kolkata specifically, the season from for Vishwakarma Puja to Saraswati Puja, mostly it is the Vishwakarma Puja where the kite flying actually happens. So this is how the kite flying now started for the class actually.
Yes. Thank you so much.
I will just show one or two specific things that I have here. I have a jewelry set of kites. You can see this is the jewelry worn for the neck. It's a neck piece of kite, and this is the
earrings.
Yeah,
great. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Now I will show you a big spool. This is collected from the Midnapur Kite Festival. This is particularly used for the women, by the women actually. You can see how huge it is. And it's folded. You can fold it. You can just easily fold it. You know, you can just fold it with this. Yeah. So this is a huge, but very light actually. So the strings go here and then we can.
Yeah. Okay.
I will show you another one. This is small but very heavy. A different shape. You can see the different shape of it. This one is not the normal one. Another very small one. This shape is also very different. This I recently got it from one part of Durgapur. You can just see this difference.
Yes.
The threads are tied here actually.
Tied here.
You can see
yeah. Beautiful.
I'll show one of my big kites here, which is actually very big. I don't know how to show this. You can just see the big kite here.
Actually, it's not visible clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. I will try to.
It's too big, I guess.
Yeah, it's too big. It's larger than. It's there in the next photograph actually. In the PPT it's there, so I can show it from there.
Okay. Is it in the PPT?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
After this, yes, you can see me holding it while buying school and this.
It's covering you.
Yeah, and the different paper. It's not the normal paper that they use. It's just the wrapping paper that comes.
Yeah.
I don't know how they fly it. It's so big.
Beautiful. Yes, thank you so much, Ishita Di, for joining us today and giving the great information about. Yes, so state of Gujarat is well known for its hospitality, culinary and government's culture. Monica Di, please tell us about food festival blended with Kite Fest in Ahmedabad and in state of Gujarat. Also explain some safety regulations from Manjam or thread accidents. Please also recite that poem by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi.
Yes. Talking about
before you tell us about before you answer our question, there is one question for you: how you preserve paper kites? That is a question from collectors Roy Sovic, and he is asking you about how you preserve paper kites.
Okay, generally I am not a collector of the kites, but the knowledge which I can share with him, or say if I would
we'll ask Ishita.
Yes, she is the correct person since she is already in this field.
Yes. We'll ask her.
Yeah.
Please answer it. Please answer.
Okay.
There is another question from Prasanna Joshi. What is maximum height in sky kite can fly?
I think that is, depending on the wind, how the weight of your kite as well as the wind also needs to support. Like this is generally found in like Ahmedabad. We personally feel that on 14th, we don't have good wind to fly a kite actually. But on 15th, we have a wonderful wind support where you go crazy. So it will definitely depend on the pressure of the wind and which direction it is taking you to.
Right. Yeah. So you can answer now.
Yes, sure. So talking about the cuisines, like Ahmedabad is a food lover, and talking about the hospitality of Ahmedabad, it is undoubtable. I can say there is no doubt about it. Especially when the international kite festivals are held in Ahmedabad, different people coming from various countries, around 42 countries, they come down for participating in this international kite festival. The hospitality given to them, they are वो लोग है ही हमारा hospitality देखने के लिए. But the food loving part, every festival has its own variety. Talking about Uttarayan, Chiki, as you say, Tilgur, it is
Tilgur.
famous. Along with that sweet, we have Undiu, which is it is a winter season. So it is a winter season. We have vegetables available in a very good quantity and various types of vegetables like yams and all. They're very easily available. So what the Gujaratis do, we prepare undiyas. Undiu, it is known as a undiu. Undiu means mixing, yes, a mixing of different vegetables. And in that also there is a variety. We have surti undia, we have matla undia, we have lasanya undia, different qualities, different variations,
different types.
Yes, you have in that. Like talking about the different festivals, for example, Navratri. Navratri also, Gujarat is no more only Gujarat. It is vibrant Gujarat, right? So even in Navratri time, we have different things like Sharad Punam. It is a very small festival, not so aware. People are not so much aware about it. But every festival has a scientific reason behind it. Talking about Navratri, we are awake for so many days. 9 nights we are awake. We stay awake for 9 nights for playing garbas and enjoying ourselves. We just get the energy from Mataji and all, and we play and we enjoy. But for that, it is going to affect our health. So, hyperacidity or wo sab hoti hi hai because you eat the nashtas at late night and all. For subsiding this, we generally have on Sharad Punam, we have Doodh Poma, which is the famous variety held in Ahmedabad. Okay, we make Doodh Poha. Same is with Uttarayan. Why is Tilgur, Chiki, eaten during this festival? Because it is winter season. And till, it is very good. It oils your body. Oiling karta hai wo hamari body ko. And good, jaggery, it gives you energy. So it is a combination of both the things. So a scientific reason is also hidden behind each and every festival.
Right. So can you recite that poem by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra
Modi? And I would just say, see, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, he is also from Gujarat. And I am also from Gujarat, so I really feel so privileged being a part of his team. And मैं खाली ज़रूरत कर रही हूँ, माफी चाहती हूँ अगर कहीं भी गलती हो तो, because it is sure. He has penned this on Utsav. He has written in Gujarati also, but since we are using this language, so Patang, मेरे लिए ऊर्ध्व गति का उत्सव, मेरा सूर्य की ओर प्रयाण. He is explaining in this poem the way how we are, पतंग क्या करती है actually, हमारे जीवन में उसका क्या रोल है. वो सूर्य की ओर प्रयाण करती है. पतंग, मेरे जन्म जन्मांतर का वैभव, मेरी डोर मेरे हाथ में, पदचिन्ह पृथ्वी पर, आकाश में विहंगम दृश्य, मेरी पतंग. अनेक पतंगों के बीच मेरी पतंग उलझाती नहीं, वृक्षों की डालियों में फंसती नहीं. पतंग मानो मेरा गायत्री मंत्र, धनवान हो या रंग, सभी को कटी पतंग एकत्र करने में आनंद आता है. जब कोई भी पतंग कटती है, छोटे बच्चे उसको पकड़ने के लिए भागते रहते, दौड़ते रहते. वेदर इट इज अ यंग चाइल्ड, वेदर इट इज एन एडल्ट, यू फील सो हैप्पी. सभी को आनंद आता है उसमें. बहुत ही अनोखा आनंद कटी पतंग के पास आकाश का अनुभव है, हवा की गति और दिशा का ज्ञान है. स्वयं एक बार ऊंचाई तक गई है, वहां कुछ क्षण रुकी है. पतंग मेरा सूर्य की ओर प्रयाण, पतंग का जीवन उसकी डोर में है. पतंग का आराध्य यानी कि शिव, व्योम यानी कि आकाश में, पतंग की डोर मेरे हाथ में, मेरी डोर शिव जी के हाथ में. जीवन रूपी पतंग के लिए, हवा के लिए, शिव जी हिमालय में बैठे हैं. पतंग के सपने यानी कि जीवन के सपने, पतंग को कंपेयर किया है जीवन के साथ यहाँ पर. मानव से ऊंचे पतंग उड़ती है, शिव जी के आसपास मनुष्य जीवन में बैठा बैठा उसकी डोर को सुलझाने में लगा रहता है. पतंग
क्या बात है. वेरी ब्यूटीफुली रिटन एंड प्रेजेंटेड बाय यू. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Monica
much.
Di.
Thank you so
Uh,
much. Thank you
yes.
so much.
We are now at the end of our online kite fest event. We all enjoyed this online kite fest or Patang Bazi today evening. Let us enjoy this Makar Sankranti and also kite flying. In Marathi, we say Tilgul Kya God God Bola. That means we forever remove any differences and enjoy Tilgul sweets. I now request Mr. Uday to sum up the event on behalf of Lokamanya Seva Sangha and extend thanks to our guests. Thank you.
Good evening and namaskar to everyone. It was really a scintillating experience knowing a lot of nuances of kite flying and the festivities what we have. Uh, as we know that we learned from our three presenters that this festival is not only celebrated in India, it's also celebrated in Japan, Indonesia, US, China, and we have accepted all the cultures in that respect. And when we
Right.
talk about kite flying, of course, the first thing which comes in our mind is our neighboring state Gujarat, and we also in Mumbai being one time a dual state then. So we are always looking for this festival every year, and I really thank all the presenters for their passion and the way they express and share their experiences. Monica Didi, with her all the flavor of Gujarat, right from cuisine to kite flying and reviewing that nafrat, as we call Marathi also, Pilgul Gaya God Bola.
Good,
Monica
good.
Didi
Right.
really, with all her collection, amazing collection what we had, and Abhayji giving his international experience and that passion. Like one can imagine Ishita madam having 2,000 kites, and she's showing so many things to us, right from the person who's supposed to be master in creating that manja
Right.
across, and again Gauri also giving references of Lord Sri Ram, like in the Ramcharitmanas also there is a reference of Sri Ram kite flying, and of course in our Marathi a lot of references from Sant Tukaram and Eknath also. Again, the good thing about is this festival has come from royal, that is from masses to classes, and that is how we enjoy this fervor across the nation. And this country, as we say, that we have such a huge diversity, but these kind of
Right.
festivals integrate each other, and that's the best thing. And finally, in Marathi, I heard about Jena dekhe Ravi, te dekhe Kavi, but in Gujarati, they say that even what Kavi has not seen, Gujarati sees. So I think that is the icing on the cake when we recollect all these things. But again, this is what we call, we had gharanas in music, but we find
Right.
there are a lot of gharanas is kites and this kite
Kite.
flying.
Right.
Yeah, so this festival of harvest, as we move from the Uttarayan, what happens as the sun moves towards the north side,
North
and
side.
just give a reference. This festival, state of Gujarat has celebrated in Maharashtra for 2 or 3 years. In 2017, we had in Hyderabad where the remote control kites were flown. So probably something like Drona, what we see now, the drone gadget. So all these things put together, I think we really enjoyed this conversation, and thank you all of us, all of you. And on behalf of Lokmanya Seva Sangha, I really am grateful for sharing this different and kind of experiences. Thank you very much to all the speakers and Gauri as well. Thank you, and
Thank you.
lastly,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
support
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you so
Arun
much.
Kaka for his able organization. So thank you all of you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.